Hey folks, welcome back to the 30th Let's Play for Lost Judgment. We're at the end of week 10 here. So, well, it's actually been longer weeks this has been going, but week 10 worth of videos. So, before we go over, we are at Jello Alert level 2. He is up and kind of moving, and it could be a danger zone because it's 3 in the morning. He doesn't get up normally that early, and I'm just trying not to wake him up. We're at a Tally Alert level 4. She is running all over, loving everything because, well, Daddy's up.
I'll be holding down the fort here. You watch after Saori-san, please.
Of course I will.
Don't think you can strong-arm Ahara into confessing. The guy's a tough nut to crack.
I didn't think that was going to be a thing to begin with, but okay. Alright, let's go, Saori-san. Tokyo Detention Center. Alright. Give me... Oh, there it is. Here we go. We're out of here. Nope, I thought that was taxi. I lied. Is that a taxi up here, or do I have to look? I probably have to look. Yep, it's a taxi. See how good I am? I'm old. I identify taxis. Do not want Uber or Lyft. You take me there, buddy.
Oh, I thought you'd lost already. So, what more could my lawyers want from me here?
Well, normally I would say the same. However, a corpse turned up as you said it would. It turns out you have a penchant for prophecy, Ahara-san.
Prophecy, huh? Kinda dramatic.
Anti-nuisance ordinance defendant Akihiro Ihara.
No Hoshino today? Did you fire the poor guy?
Yagimi's my name, sir. In a past life, I used to work with Kenda and Saori-san. But today, I'm at Serio High School in a contract advisory role for one of their clubs.
Serio High School?
It's the same school Toshiro-kun went to 4 years ago. You'd know it. I happened to be out there working a separate case. But that was when Shirosake-sensei called, so that's why I'm here.
Well, well. Okay. Why are you here then?
That'd be obvious at this point, I'd think. As you know, Mikoshiba turned up as you said. His body was found in a warehouse. The question is, why did you know that well enough to proclaim it in court?
Haha. You might say it was a miracle. I wished hard enough for it to come true, and suddenly it did.
Care to tell us why you'd wish for a miracle like that?
Do you really need me to explain why?
Mikoshiba. You blame him for Toshiro-kun's death, don't you?
I do.
Even though when you took the school to court, no evidence turned up. A third-party investigation found no bullying occurred, didn't it?
At school, Mikoshiba tortured my son. He would beat him up, and then he'd demand all his money. That damn kid was a star student with high grades. My son's own class wouldn't stand up to him. To avoid being beaten, Toshiro used to. He'd steal money from me or his mother to make sure he could pay Mikoshiba off.
Ahara-san, you seem to know a lot about what happened to your son. Do you have any proof?
Would I have lost if I did? That school can rot in hell for all I care. Speaking of, you know what I'm convicted for. It was being a pervert. I admit to everything. I groped a businesswoman's ass in plain sight on a full train. There's no way I'm fighting for an appeal. So as for my defense, I'm in no need of lawyers anymore.
Ahara-san! Just a second!
Why would I give you that?
Yagami-san!
Hiro Mikoshiba died in a lot of pain. His final moments were truly horrific. The last thing he felt must have been fear. After slitting his throat, his body was left to rot.
Doesn't that sound great?
My gut tells me Ahara's guilty for sure. There is no doubt he's connected to Mikoshiba's murder. I need to hold his attention and convince him to stay. Gotta make him understand I have more info than the police do. Oh shit. Okay, police have all that. So the only one I don't have is security camera that caught the infiltrators after the masked men attacked Sakuma and Segura. They dropped the photo Yagami taken in secret and told the two detectives to stop sniffing around. Because it has to be that. Because the police have to have all this. These are all crime scenes, so it has to be this one.
Mind taking a look at this?
That's supposed to be security footage?
I've deduced that these are the killers.
Oh.
Seems they didn't want me probing around Ijincho. They even hurt my friends to send a message. Not only that, they turned a local gang against me. The first time they tailed me, I was heading to a meetup with Sawa-sensei from Seiryo High School. You remember Sawa-sensei, yes? She transferred to Seiryo 4 years ago, not long before your son passed away.
Yeah, not a face I'd soon forget. She told the whole court he was never bullied.
True. She did say that.
And it's not just her I detest. The administrators. The lawyers. They felt like choking the life right out of them. But if anyone needed to pay, it was Mikoshiba. He got what he deserved. It's nothing short of insane that they were just gonna let him get a teaching credential. It all comes back to a flawed and broken system of laws that has no business calling itself justice.
Then it was you, wasn't it? You orchestrated every aspect of how Mikoshiba would die. But you didn't act alone. Who were the people behind it? How'd you convince them to kill a man?
That's a good one. You, my friend, are way off.
I hope I didn't fuck everything up by picking that photo. I don't generally look this shit up, so it gets me in trouble sometimes.
The way that interview went, Ihara's definitely guilty. But if we can't connect him to the murderers, we're left with no leads to follow.
Yeah. Kept that secret on lockdown no matter what I asked. What could possibly link Ihara to those men? Damn it. And I was so close, too. To think they're still somewhere in Ijincho. I need to find them before the trail goes cold.
So you're heading back to Yokohama?
Not tonight. Kaito's waiting for me in the office. I'll be in town for now.
Okay. If anything changes, I'll contact one of you.
Ooh, I got a buzz. Hold on. Hold on. We got a buzz. Hold on. I see a buzz. Oh, buzz. Where's the buzz? So many mascots. Hilarious. Kamaloop's lover's dream over at Children's Park was mascot episode. I want to take Kamaloop home. Are people actually into mascots? Truly a rare sighting. Okay, you know what? We need to go over there. We're gonna go over there, I think. Let's go do it. We're in Kamurocho. I love the world. So I do plan on exploring it, but Yakuza Like a Dragon, not Like a Dragon. Oh my god. Whatever the name of the new one is that's going on right now, just came out. Just came out last week. And so now I'm like, oh my god, but I have the new one out, and my ADHD says I must play it now, which I won't. We'll finish this off. But, ooh, side case. Ooh, hey! This is Kazuta Drumonji's office, so maybe it's him? Might you be Yagami-san?
Yep.
Yes, Takayuki Yagami. And you must be? Shh. Please, just call me Okazaki while we're out here. You'll never know who might be listening. Very true. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Aruto Okazaki, and that's my real name, in fact. So, this is the face of the masked rider. He's younger than I thought. Well then, Yagami-san, before we enter my workspace, I want you to promise me something. That you won't tell anyone what you're about to see. What I'm about to see, I bet it's a bunch of people working on stuff. Very well. My lips are sealed. This way, please. Yep. What? What is this? This is the true identity of Kazuto Jumonji.
Huh?
I'm not sure I understand. All the works of Kazuto Jumonji are written by the 10 of us here, including myself. In other words, Kazuto Jumonji isn't one person, he's a group of authors. Which, by the way, I find really kind of cool and interesting.
Huh?
Wow, a whole group, really? The chaos of the masked writer. So that's how you write books in so many different genres at such an impossible pace. Yep, it's all due to the efficiency of 10 talented authors of different personalities, all writing at the same time.
I see.
Pretty neat trick. Oh, so this is the detective. A commercial detective at that. I bet he has a lot of good stories. Curious. Please, have a seat, Gabi-san. Allow me to explain our request to you. It's a shame they don't have more localization for the voices. This is a real surprise. So many people all writing as one person. Yeah, I don't know of other groups like us, that's for sure. But truth be told, each one of us is a failed author. I mean, we all had publishing debut, but never any success beyond that. Each of us nearly gave up our pens for good. So how did you come to work together? How else? Through social media. I launched an online community and ended up attracting a bunch of failed authors. And through our exchanges, we came up with the idea of joint authorship, so we tried it and it worked.
I see.
That actually is not necessarily a bad idea, because sometimes you need a lot of books to go in. The hubby and I are actually pulling the rights for our book back from the publisher that got it from us, and we're going to redo it and self-publish it, because you know what? Most publishing companies that in my experience, suck. That's interesting, and I hear your first effort was a smash hit. Oh yes, it was a masterpiece that none of us could have written on our own. It exists only because the 10 of us worked on it together. Some of us come up with clever twists, some of us are good at dialogue, and some of us are awesome at building plot. Where each of us may be lacking in one area, together would be great.
By the way,
still, it doesn't seem possible for 10 people to write a coherent book. Hollywood movie scripts are often written by multiple people. It just depends on how you divvy it up. Well, it's more by managing the workload of each member, we can even work on multiple titles simultaneously. So as long as you do it right, this unique creative process ends up pretty productive. Exactly. I doubt any writer could do what we're doing. And I'm in charge of managing the members' schedules, which is something I'm great at. I used to be an editor, you know. A former editor, huh? Well then, time to ask some questions. I heard that some of your ideas were plagiarized. What can you tell me about that? Okay, so it was about half a year ago we were in the midst of polishing a manuscript we had just finished. A new mystery novel came out and it immediately became a hot topic because one trick which they depicted in the story, and the thing was, it was nearly identical to the manuscript we were polishing.
in other words,
So another author beat you to the punch. Yes, and we published ours later, we were accused of plagiarism.
does that mean?
Any chance it was coincidence that the contents just happened to be similar? That's pretty hard to imagine, because it wasn't just the trick I mentioned earlier, it was also the setting, the structure, even the character traits. They're all almost exactly the same. So too many similarities for it to be mere coincidence. Not if there are dozens of them like that. You could only say it was coincidence if there had been one thing. What the reader saw could definitely not be called a coincidence.
I see.
Alright, I get it. And it wasn't just the one book that plagiarized us. The same author put out 3 more books after that in succession, all with ideas that were just like ours. I should ask about the authors that's plagiarizing them.
By the way,
Could you tell me about this author you think is stealing your ideas? His name is Saguruko Futuba. His first novel was published more than 10 years ago and it was a decent hit at the time. He even won an award in some mystery novel contest, but after that his books seemed to go nowhere. People said he was just a one-hit wonder, but then all of a sudden that one-hit wonder came out with a new book that turns into a famous bestseller. Right, and that book was nearly identical to one of ours we had yet to release. So, one after the other, that Mr. Futuba continued to publish books that closely resembled what we were working on. All of them bestsellers. Now people think he's made a miraculous comeback. I mean, if you're so suspicious of this guy plagiarizing, why not just sue him? I did think about that. I wonder if this is the evil detective planting bugs everywhere. But if we took this to court, we might have to reveal the secret Kazuto Jumonji. I think it'd be hard for us to tell the truth in court while also hiding how we write. Don't you? Yeah, it probably would be. You know, it could be that the author is fully aware that you're powerless to take him to court, and that's why he steals from you. That's true. It'd be completely infuriating, unforgivable. I heard you already asked other detectives to look into this matter. Yes, there have been
Does that
3.
mean?
What kind of investigations did they conduct? Oh, they looked for ways to hack us and whether our room was bugged. They tried really hard but couldn't find anything. None of them came up with anything. Nope. And yet, our ideas kept being stolen. You really got to wonder how in the world it's being done. This could be a tough nut to crack if the perps already evaded 3 different detectives. But they don't have my device that Tsukumo gave me. Thank you. That's all very useful information you provide.
Excuse me.
I'd like to pursue this investigation by collecting even more info. Is it alright if I interview the other authors too? Yes, please do. I've already asked them to cooperate with you. That's great. I appreciate that. Alright. If I get a chance, I'm going to scan the room. Alright, time for a thorough recon mission. Okay, it is going to be one of them stealing it, won't it? So we're going to have to talk to people. Alright, let's talk.
Excuse me.
Can I ask the rest of you some questions? Oh, Mr. Detective on the Prowl. I'm Mikura Makiyama, by the way, author of many a cell phone novel. You know, books originally written on a phone? I have never heard of that. Oh my god, is that even a thing? I'm looking that up right now because I don't know if that's a thing. Cell phone novel? Oh my god. They are! Oh, they're via text messaging. Oh. Oh, that is kind of cool. I've never heard of that.
Yagami.
Oh, interesting. I'm Taki Yagami. Nice to meet you. I'm Takahara Ayahara. I may not look it, but I used to be a screenwriter for The Dunce, the period drama. Yeah, I wrote episode 5 through 7. You remember your priest jokes Nobunaga tells. Well, Ayahara-san, maybe let's save a tour of your career in minutia for later. I'm Mikado Nishimura, and since we're sure, I was mostly a light novel author, so you are here to ask us something? I am. I want to know if any of you have seen anything suspicious. Anything suspicious? Nah, I can't think of any. Me neither. Well, actually, there is one thing I noticed. I think Mikuro-chan changed her shampoo recently. Excuse me? Ayahara, could it be you found someone special, Mikuro-chan? Ahira-san, please, enough with the near sexual harassment. Hey, by the way, is there a meeting space for you all? Yes, it's a nice place to get refreshed, especially because talking to young women can be so exhausting, haha. I wish you wouldn't talk about this space like it's some cabaret club. Oh my god, the old guy's creepy. We haven't used the space for actual purposes, like idea meetings, and yes, even some random chit-chat at times. That's so true, we do lots of amazing brainstorming here.
I see.
Okay, so you all bounce ideas off each other in here. Oh yeah, Kazuto Jumanji wouldn't exist without those brainstorming sessions. We share our ideas, we play to each other's strengths, and we polish everything up for each other. By the way, I don't say the names with what I'm saying because I'm kind of relying on the video to change to the person. And when it does this, I couldn't tell you who was who anyways because I'm really bad with Japanese names. Like, catching who's who. I'm bad, okay, let's be honest. I'm bad with names in general. I like to call it my ADHD gift. All right. In fact, we're doing that right before you started asking your questions. We'll go right back to it when
By
you're
the
done.
way,
You got by any chance, do these brainstorm sessions take place at the same time every day? Yeah, why not? Why do you ask? If details of your work are being discussed, those sessions are a chance for someone to eavesdrop. And it would be even easier if you guys meet at the same time daily. You've hit on something there. What a deduction. One that I deduced myself. I've always thought this place is bugged. But it can't be. Don't you remember they never found any evidence of that? Yeah, since 3 detectives already came in and didn't find anything, it probably wasn't a bug. But if these guys are having regular idea meetings, surely a plagiarist would see them as an opportunity. What the? Was that a gunshot? Not again. That was probably the damn neighborhood pranksters. Pranksters? Yeah, just a bunch of little kids lighting up firecrackers and making trouble. Probably playing cops in Yakuza. You guys remember the last time we heard firecrackers? It was when another detective was here. That detective also thought it was a gunshot. Hehe. Not surprising, sound like that makes people think of gang warfare, even with the Tojo clan gone. This is still Kamurocho. Firecrackers, last heard when a previous detective was here. That's interesting. Alright, we're going to go over... You can obviously talk to them. I'll talk to them in a minute, but I want to come over here and talk to them first.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. He's going to ignore me. Hello? Hey, this is going to be a masterpiece. I'm a genius. Oh, is it... Once Manabe-kun gets in his zone, he can't hear anything. Talking right now won't do you any good. Oh, yeah? He's so skilled at fleshing out characters, he just really breathes life into them. This guy's going to be awesome. And he'll provide a foil to the protagonist's weakness to boot. Nice. Who knew the hero had this side to his character? It's like finding gold in the river. Hee. He does look absolutely full of life while he works. Honestly, he's a character himself. But to be unable to hear anything, that's another level of focus. Okay. Oh, we are getting close to the end, too. I might be getting over. You know what? I don't know how long this will be going. Why didn't I go back to work? Oh. I'm going to wrap it up here, folks. I will see you next time. Until then, take care.